Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to the Sport Wrap Show. I'm your host, Brian Munango, updating you on the latest sports news. We indeed did have a very busy weekend with some rugby sporting action happening in the capital city of Windhoek with the Ongo Valley Sevens, and we also did have some boxing happening down at Grootfontein. The Premier League continued, but we are on a break now until the 19th of October, which is not the best news for us football lovers. But we'll be talking more about all of that as we get into the hit list. Well, first up, we have Colin Benjamin, who has announced his squad for the AFCON qualifiers 2025. So going up on the screen, we'll be taking a look at how strong Colin Benjamin's team looks like. Looking at goalkeepers, we have Lloyd Kadhapwa, Edward Mahova, and Disoro is also there. In the defenders, we have Charles Hambira, the likes of Tuli Nashikwa, the likes of Petrus Kamati, and Aprocius Petrus, just tightening the defense there. Looking at midfielders, we have Kasume, Aseb Shidolo, Dion Otto, of course, and also the likes of Chiweda Prince, who's practicing his football in South Africa. Looking at the forwards, we have Erastus Kulula, Bethel Mudeu, one of our prominent forward players, Rivaldo Prince, and Peter Shalulile. Peter Shalulile once again has been selected for the squad without having any goals for the team. So hopefully he does get to break his duck as we take on Zimbabwe. There are the next two fixtures that we have in the qualifiers. So we look forward to seeing how those games transpire. Well, moving on from the hit list, we'll be checking up what we have on Weekend Drop, as we'll be taking a look at Ongo Sevens rugby tournament that concluded over the weekend. But for that, you guys will have to stay tuned, as we'll be back right after the break.
Today we are going to learn how to bake.
Welcome everyone.
Things may not always go as planned, but our technology doesn't fail. Join Paratus today. Paratus, always prepared.
Die fotograwe wat daar wag vir die manne. Daar kom hulle nou deur die tonnel gedraf. United wat uitgelei word deur Reinhold Benade. En dan is dit Kudus wat ook opdraf. Uitgelei deur hulle kaptein Aurelio Plato. Twee manne daar agter, nie 'n mooi aangee gewees nie. Mkwelongo, baie talent en baie spoed hierdie man. Hy kan jou baie vinnig flous in twee duikslae. Twee manne wat hom misduik. Dan lei dit toe, hy gaan in die hoekie druk. Kudus, Aston Mkwelongo.
Lang loopie daar om daar uit sy eie helftyd. Nooit gelyk as hy voluit hardloop, so heeltyd gelyk of hy soek vir iemand om die bal vooraan te gee. Kloppie een verdediger na die ander en uiteindelik genoeg spoed en momentum om Timothy van Wyk te klop daarna.
Deur Kudusana, Franco Vries, Plato. Plato bring hom weer hier terug na die diskant toe, Williams. En hy aangee gaan verlore. United wat hom kry, maar hy wil 'n aangee hier terug. Beland in die hande van Virgil Bampton. Van die toeskouers hier wat nie tevrede is met daai beslissing nie. Maar hoe dit ook al sê, Telbord slaan oor na 10 punte onder United. Manne, Janu du Plessis daar, en hier word ook hard gepraat by Kudus. Chad Plato, die afrigter. Hulle het die gees nou. Maar hulle kan nie die ding doen, sê hulle mekaar. Die reg om die tweede helfte te begin, die vletjie blaas. Bal net daar deur Muki Longo aan die hande gekry. Die eerste 3 gedruk in hierdie wedstryd. Ja, nou die Plessis wat aangee na Thiaart Lindveld toe. En hulle in die eerste minuut, eerste paar sekondes kom hulle nou terug in hierdie wedstryd. Eerste punte vir United op die tellbord. Ja, nou die Plessis wat gaan skop hier na die hoofpaviljoen kantlyn toe. Hy het nie die afstand of die rigting eintlik gehad gedaan. Hy gee 'n kans nou vir Kudus deur die hande daar, plaat toe na sy buitekant toe. En dan daar en hoorkant daai gemiste duikslag. Die verskoning daar vir die beeldkwaliteit. Dis nou daar aan die oorkant waar die ligte af is. Kudus, deur Henry Rousseau. Ja, is moeilik dink ek nou. Sal jy nou 2 keer so mooi kyk, Aurelio Plato daar met die bal, hy gaan kyk of hy dit 7 punte kan maak. Reg voor die paal, niks kort moet hy skop nie. Hy skud die kop, man van Kudus hier, kaptein wat moet kom sit vir 2 minute in die strafkas, Reinhold Benade. Gee hom maar met die binne aangee en weer terug. Maar Janu du Plessis, nee, Sander Bronkhorst, dankie Andrew. Alex is nommer 1, ja, United. 10 punte, hulle maak het 12 punte. Die terugvegpoging. Is dit Benade wat die bal binne toe vir Lindveld aangegee het. Ons kyk daar aan die oorkant, die strafskop, vinnig getik daar. Hier die Pieters. En dis daar die terugvegpoging waarvan ons gepraat het. Lindveld, strafskop nou en Kudus se ondersteuners is hier op hulle voete, Muki Longo, hy boksspring wat hy maak, hulle keer hom in die 5 meter gebied nou, kom so byna daar oor die loskram, en dan rondlaaf, en Kudus het hierdie wedstrijd nou gewen, sien ons die teleurstelling, die manne van United op die grond, gaan lê daar.
Wel kykers, ons is met die wenspan Kudus self. Ons gesels bietjie met ek het dit bietjie deur mekaar gekry, maar ons gesels bietjie met Kudus se kaptein. Vertel ons, hoe was die wedstryd en hoe taaf was dit en hoe het jy dit geniet?
Dankie vir die geleentheid, Brian. Het was 'n taffe wedstryd. Ons het die eerste game vandag teen United verloor 21-19. Maar ons het besluit vandag die laaste game gaan ons uitkom en ons alles gee en die result het in ons way gegaan.
En wat betekent dit vir julle? I mean, is 'n lang dag. Ons was almal heel dag hier, so het jy heel dag gesien. Benes moet moeg. Maar vertel my, wat betekent die wen vir Kudus?
Het betekent obviously baie van ons kom van ver af. Daar's manne wat nog nooit sevens gespeel het. It's the first time now. But it's a good tournament. I hope the Rugby Union in Ongos Valley continues with us through the years. It gives guys that never get the opportunity to come into the system, to come into the system. But it was overall a great dag. Het was bietjie warm, maar it was a good day. Thank you.
Okay, is reg. Voor ek meer tyd mors, die mense, die seremonie moet aangaan. Julle moet bietjie trofee gaan celebrate en geluk vir julle wen.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well there you guys have it from the Ongos Sevens Rugby Tournament where we just crowned the winners, which are Kudus. Well, that's it that I have for you, Brian Munango. We'll be seeing you guys again next time. Huge congratulations to Ongos Valley for setting up this wonderful tournament, and another huge congratulations to Kudus for coming out as the champions, led by Aurelio Plateau, of course. Aurelio Plateau, ek hoop jy is blij met die agtergrond wat ons het op die screen, and I hope you guys are definitely watching the show. But moving on, at the Ongos Sevens Rugby Tournament, we did have a sprint competition to determine who's the fastest rugby player in Namibia, because all the sprinters were gathered at the same event. So we used that as an advantage to just see who the fastest player are. So I did catch up with Pieter Diergaardt. He's one of the players that played for Wanderers, to just go through what the sprinters can expect, or how they should expect the race to happen. So have a look at how Pieter Diergaardt and I break it down before we take a look at the sprint. Okay, so I'm joined by Pieter Diergaardt, and we are going to be discussing what we are very excited for Saturday, which is the Sport Rap Sprint competition. Okay, we spoke a little bit lightly about it, but how excited are you for this one?
I'm really excited, Brian. I'm excited to see, the chats in the locker room about who's the fastest. So I think this will show us who's going to be the fastest. So I'm super keen on it.
Okay, cool. So let's demonstrate how it works first before we discuss who we think is going to win. So it's going to be a 100-meter sprint. So it's from this side to the other side of the post. There's money up for grabs. There's a floating trophy up for grabs. So we'll know who the fastest sprinter is, or the fastest rugby player in Namibia is, because it's a debate that has been going on for long. We have Sheriff Titus, Jürgen Meyer, Surami Kambobo. There's a lot of players, and it's the only way we can find out is if we try the actual challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, so Peter, how we're going to do this is we're going to put our ball just on the 5-meter line. That's how it starts. This is the beginning. So you guys maybe thought it's simple, you're just going to get on the field, start running. It's not going to work like that. So what we do is, Peter, just to make it more complicated, more competitive, we're going to start flat on the ground.
Okay.
And then by the go of a whistle, we're going to get up, we're going to run, pick up the ball, make it all the way to the other side, and then you need to score a try. That's how you win. You need to come first, but not only come first and score a try. You shouldn't lose the ball. So with all of that in consideration, who are your favorites and how do you think it's going to go?
Brian, with this unpredictability, it makes it really interesting.
Yeah.
But for me, my money is still on Jürgen, Jürgen and Nandi. But
Okay.
But you can't throw away Sheriff. I think if there was maybe like 50-60 meters, I was backing Sheriff, and you also have Manfred from Rehoboth. He's also super quick. He showed me something in the semi, so it's gonna be something.
Ashton from the reserve team.
Yeah, Ashton as well.
Kudus.
Yeah.
So
I think if you, let's say you miss the ball, then you lose.
Yes.
So the attention to detail and the speed, you have to concentrate and have to run fast. So let's see.
Okay.
I think
So you are in action on Saturday.
Yeah.
You're playing the game. We'll talk more about that. So for now, I think I'm gonna need Andrew to just give us a go, because me and Peter are gonna run now. Disclaimer for the viewers. I have long pants on. Peter, I'm always very unfortunate, but I have long pants on and my hamstring has been, it's now, I think 3-4 weken waar die krap so is lost. So we'll do that. We'll get flat on the floor.
okay.
So by the go of the whistle, or the go of the person who says we get up, we run, we get the ball, whoever makes it to the other line.
Okay.
First wins it. Dit was te vinnig. Okay. Count us down first.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, one thing I can say is having to pick up the ball in fast speed is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be easy. Like you guys just saw now, I just fell down. But if you guys think you guys have the skill to pick up this ball, make it to the other side, and you believe you are faster than me, faster than Peter, you are the fastest rugby player, you have a chance to win yourself some money and a floating trophy that determines or that claims you as the fastest player, the fastest rugby player in Namibia. So Saturday, Ongo 7's rugby tournament, it's on the whole day. Please pitch up, please be here so that we can all witness and see who the fastest rugby player is in Namibia. Okay, so ons gesels met Vivian. Hy is die vinnigste man in Namibia en rugby soos nou. Na wat hy vandag gedoen het. Kom, vertel my net bietjie. Kom ons begin by die begin. Wat ons vroeër gesels het, wat jy gesê het, jy's gereed vir die event. Toe jy die line-up sien waar ons nou deur die name gaan en sien wie so die lys en wie is nie. Hoe het jy gevoel oor die lys?
Gedurende die spel heel dag vanoggend tot af. Ik heb al geweet, ik kom voor dit.
Okay.
Ja, ik heb al geweet, ik kom voor dit. Zo, gedurende die spel doe ik al die mannen ik. En Sharif was een van die mannen wat me ook gevangen.
Ja.
Zo, al wat ik mezelf gezegd is, als ik mijn techniek recht doe, recht krijg en mijn quick reaction recht krijg,
Ja.
dan denk ik dat is al
Competitie.
competitie wees.
Ja, maar kijk, vinnigste rugby-speler is dat die weet wat nooit zal eindig nie. Altijd zal iemand zeggen, vinniger als wie, vinniger als wie. So it's nice om je te zien dat je opgedacht hebt en je die race baie gemakkelijk gewinnen. Ik ken je als je op de zien hebt niet.
Ik heb hem nooit gezien,
Nooit
ik
gezien.
zie uit om het te zien.
Je moet opzien van dit om baie gemakkelijk gewinnen. Zoals ons moet praten van techniek. Ik heb je gezegd van die grond af opspringen, bal op jou en dan hardloop. Baie man heeft die bal genomen. So baie man is al gebrek als excuus. Maar hij zoekt almost niet die dingen straight hardloop gemaakt, zie je. So vertel me, wat was je plan met die techniek?
Techniek was, hoe vinniger ik opstaan van de grond af en op mijn voeten is, hoe vinniger kan ik bij die bal uitkomen. En als ik bij de bal uitkom, moet ik om controle met mijn hand, om mijn hand onder die bal in te zetten, dat ik kan opspringen. En dan kan ik hem makkelijker vangen en verder aan.
Oh, ik deed hem opgetel, zo gemakkelijk. En oké, wat je nou die bal optel, full speed. Wat heb je gedacht gekomen? Wanneer heb je gegeven? Oké, nee boys, die is mijne. Het is laat.
Die tijd toen ik opspring, toen zie ik Sharif is langs mij. Maar die tijd toen ik die bal gaan vangen en weer kijk, toen zie ik Sharif is niet
Dat is
daar.
niks langs.
Toen weet ik al klaar, nee, ik ga nooit weer wat zeggen.
Je hebt ook niet aan die linkerkant gekeken.
Ja, ik heb niet aan de linkerkant gekeken van mijn grootste competitie was aan mijn rechterkant.
Ja.
So, ja.
Nee, eens geluk. Voor ik je laat gaan, een boodschap voor de kijkers. I mean, dat is bij mensen wat in je gegooid. Dat is een paar mensen op je gezet. Maar eigenlijk ook met geld gaan. Is toch aan. Zeg je. Zo, hoe voel je over je accomplishment met die titel op de zee? Vinnigste man in de rugby tot je weer afgehaald wordt.
Kijk, het is een groot voorrecht voor mij om hier vandaag hier te wees. En om te zeggen, ik is de vinnigste rugby speler in Namibië. So, ik is baie dankbaar voor dit. Ik zeg net dankie voor Liewe Jesus. Dat hij dit mogelijk gemaakt heeft. En dat hij me tot hier gebracht heeft. En, ja, en voor de kijkers bij de huis zeg ik ook net dankie dat ze mij support, dat ze achter mij staan. En ik hoop hulle is blij dat ik hulle trots gemaakt heb. En voor mijn spanmaats daarvoor, mensen wat voor mij geschreven hebben, ik is dankbaar voor hulle.
Oké, volgende jaar, je defend ook weer?
Die plan is om dit te defend.
Die plan is om te defend.
Ja.
Oké, wat mag ons met die 3 deze? Wat is het eerste ding wat ons met die geld doen? Eerste ding in je kop zoals of je is nog niet daar?
Ik is nog niet weet dit.
Oké,
Het voelt zo onwaar, maar dat is mogelijk. Enigheid is mogelijk in het leven, zoals hulle zeggen. Zo, ik heb maar net mijn kans gevat en ja.
Het te werk. Oké, nee, Vivian, geluk, congrats. Hier is jouw check. Check hem in daar bij die mensen krijgen jouw geld. En ja, vinnigste man in Namibia.
Cheers, my people, cheers.
Well, our international correspondents Irene Marie and Ari Hogan are on standby. Irene will be giving us an update on Formula One and Ari will be bringing us international news. So please do stay tuned for both of them.
While the South African Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie's meetings with the FIA continue in his hopes of getting Kyalami back on the Formula One calendar and getting South Africa back on the Formula One calendar. Just a stone's throw from Kyalami in the heart of Sandton City, Red Bull hosted their show run over the weekend. This a fantastic event, and the crown jewel of this event being the RB7 driven by David Coulthard. It was originally not driven by David Coulthard in Formula One. It was driven by Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber in the 2011 Formula One World Championship. Sebastian Vettel winning his second Drivers' Championship in the RB7. Just about 750 horsepower in that car, capacity for about 18,000 RPM, a V8, Renault V8 engine, and just a spectacular work of engineering and a nice trip down memory lane for a Formula One fan, someone who can look back at the developments that have been made since 2011 in the past 13 years or so. Amongst others, notably the halo, changing the look of the car. So for fans of the sport to get a look at what it used to be like and be reminded of what it used to be like, but more than that, an opportunity to see a Formula One car live and in person and to hear it. Formula One fans probably have heard that Formula One cars are really loud, they've been told, but truly standing there, you realize how loud they are. It is like you've never heard before. But it's an absolutely fantastic experience, fantastic atmosphere. There were spinning demonstrations, drifting demonstrations, and Red Bull athletes from so far as Europe have come to Sandton for this event. And just a fantastic time, not just to see these demonstrations, to see the RB7, to see David Coulthard, but a fantastic time for fans of motorsport to connect. Fans of motorsport tend to watch motorsport in their homes a lot. They lock themselves in their homes for a weekend. I'm guilty of this as well. Lock myself in my home for the weekend and then just watch motorsport. But this is a fantastic time to kind of get to know the person next to you and just connect with them on a mutual love of watching racing. So a fantastic event. Hopefully it'll come back to South Africa because it would be spectacular to see again. So fantastic event from Red Bull, and I think a great exposure to different kinds of motorsport. For a lot of Formula One fans, this was their first time seeing spinning up close and seeing drifting up close. So a fantastic way to get exposed to different types of motorsport.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with tennis news first. It's the tennis news first from the Chinese Open, the women's final that was played, and it's a fourth seed American Coco Gauff that won the tournament. She beat Karolina Moskova. She was unseeded in the final, a bit one-sided. It was 6-1 and 6-3. It was in the semi-finals, good results for both of them. It was first Coco Gauff that beat Paula Badosa in 3 sets, and then Karolina Moskova, she beat Qinwen Zheng from China. She's the 5th seed, and that was to go through to the final. In the men's side of the Shanghai Masters, it is a strong field that's playing there, the top 4 or 5 players in the world playing in that tournament. Number 1 seed, Yannick Sinner. He's through, won in the second round. He beat Thomas Echeverry in 3 sets. And then number 2 seed, Alexander Zverev, also through to the next round. And Carlos Alcaraz, that won the Chinese Open. He beat Yang Wu of China. He beat him by 7-6 and 6-3. Also, Novak Djokovic is also playing in the tournament, and he played against Alex Michelin from the United States in the first round. A tough game, 2 tiebreak sets. He beat him 7-6, 7-6. That is Novak Djokovic through to the next round. On to MotoGP racing, motorcycle racing. It was the Japanese Grand Prix, and after the Japanese Grand Prix, there's just 10 points separating the top 2 races. 4 races to go in the championship. It was what happened in Japan was Francesco Bagnaia. He won in his Ducati. He won from start to finish, and second was Jorge Martin. So the two of them on top of the table as well in the points table so far. Jorge Martin leading by 392 points. Then just 10 points back, 382 is Francesco Bagnaia, and then Ennio Bastianini. He is in 3rd position at the moment. So the next Grand Prix will be in 2 weeks' time. That will be the Australian Grand Prix on October the 20th. To close off today's international sports news, it's rugby news. Lots of internationals being played, rugby 15s. It is the WXV2 tournament being played in Cape Town. And the result from the weekend was that Australia beat South Africa by 33 points to 26. And it's this coming weekend it will finish the WXV2 round in Cape Town. It will be Wales against Japan on Friday. It will be on Saturday the Springboks against Italy, and then Australia plays Scotland also on Saturday. And also it will be England that will play for a position to win the WXV1 series. They play Canada, the hosts Canada. If they beat them this coming weekend, they will be the champions of that section. And it was on the past weekend, it was England that had a comprehensive win against New Zealand. The score there was 49 points to 31. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.